So let me give you a brief rundown on what just transpired here. So my classes ended last week. My final is this week. What happens to be in between those two things? So, over the past 3 days, I have slept maybe a combined like 5 hours, and I have a final tomorrow. So now I'm sitting at Las Vegas airport waiting for my plane to board and contemplating my life choices. Now, to be honest, I was pretty sure that the lack of sleep plus a combination of some other factors that I will not discuss in detail would have totally killed all my brain cells and I would not be able to think. But actually, I'm feeling pretty functional right now. I've been doing pretty well in the class, across homeworks and quizzes and midterms across the board. So I'm fairly certain that A, I know the material to a certain extent, and B, I don't need to do that well in the final in order to pass the class with the C. I think it's time to do the trusty old seeing what grade I need to pass. Okay, so I have a 94 in homeworks, and that is worth 30% of the grade. I have a 95.6 average in quizzes, and that's worth 40% of the grade. Then the final is worth 30% of the grade. If the cutoff for an A is an 80, what would I need to get an 80? So I need X times 0.3 to equal 13.56. So then 13.56 times, 45.2. I'm chilling. I do need to pass this class in order to successfully graduate a week later. Pretty low stakes here, I would say. Just kidding. The only reason I was comfortable going on this trip in the first place is because I knew I had put myself in a good position to be able to pass the class no matter how I do on the final. The point is, I like the class, I like the professor, I want to do well, but I don't have to do well. We'll see after I deplane tonight how much I think I know and how fucked I am for the final the next day. Group C, position 50. That's bad news.
Said to the world I'd die if we were falling apart. Going to work, smiling as we're falling apart. You lie to your friends as fine as you're falling apart. Soon giving in this time 'cause it's falling apart. Love didn't find your heart. Nights didn't count, lies didn't count at all.
Guys, I feel like shit. I mean, I should not be surprised given that I slept 4 hours yesterday and 4 hours the day before that and 4 hours the day before that. It's I can't even sleep. I don't know. It's that point of exhaustion that I feel like I can't sleep or eat or do anything. I just have to exist until my body's equilibrium resets. I'm in St. Louis though for my layover. It's an hour and a half long. I'm gonna get something to eat that is healthy and nutritious and can provide me with the fuel that I need to keep going. In other news, Jason just texted me that he has no will to live. So there's that. See, I do have a will to live, but I don't have the energy to live it through. From the airport, it was pretty quick back home. No traffic, no issues, nothing. Got in bed. I can't even describe what I feel like right now because it's just Like absolute, like, I like don't know what's going on. Like I'm so tired to the point where I'm not tired, but underlying the not tiredness, there is a solid level of just like my brain is like spinning. It's like fuzzy. Sleep deprivation, not good. So I'm gonna go to bed now. There's no purpose in even trying to think about studying more today because simply, oh my god, like every 5 seconds, I feel like my brain has a spasm. That didn't make any sense, but that's just what's been going on in my life. So, I don't feel so good. I woke up at 9. I took the fastest shower known to man. I made breakfast. I made my coffee. We're here. Just to give you a quick little status update, I feel like shit. One thing that I did not anticipate that did happen is that I couldn't fall asleep last night. Then I sort of thought about it and I was like, okay, well, I have been sleeping at 7 a.m. PST, which is 10 a.m. EST, for the past 4 days. So that might explain why at a normal hour I couldn't fall asleep. But I thought the sort of sheer exhaustion would make up for that. Apparently not. So I was probably just like lying there for like 2 hours before I actually fell asleep. And I woke up feeling worse than I felt any of those days where I woke up after 4 hours of sleep. But I think that was a good sign. I don't know. I do think after this and a little more of this, and then maybe a third cup of this, I'm ready to tackle what the day has to throw at me. Hello. The old noggin is not really working, but it kind of is. At the very least, what I want to do, my game plan right now, is to finish making the cheat sheet and then just going through homework solutions because I think that will be most similar to the test. But I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling at the moment, so. I've been staring at this page in my notes for like 20 minutes and I cannot understand for the life of me what is going on. Linear superposition. Should I know what that is? Superposition. What? I'm just gonna copy whatever I have written in my notes onto the cheat sheet and just like pray to God that I can understand it. But you know what's interesting is that in the lecture notes for this particular lecture, he totally skipped that part. So do I need to know it? Okay, this is so fun. Let's take a look. What the hell? Why did it print like that? Okay, I have a pencil, my cheat sheet, the will to live. Let's do this. Flew a bit too close to the sun. My brain hurts. I need to go to bed right now. I'm also realizing that I made some of the things on my cheat sheet so small that I can't even read it. Or I like really have to strain to read it. And I don't have the capacity to do that right now. Like what the hell? I see people going in. So I'm gonna go in. Wish me luck. I don't think that went very well. That goes without saying. I was literally the first person out of that room. We had 3 hours. I pretty much finished working after 1 hour, and then I was just like sitting there for like 45 minutes checking stuff. I left because A, I was starting to feel lightheaded. B, there wasn't much more I could do anyway. I did start calculating what I thought my grade would be, and I think it's gonna be around a 70, which is like, okay, like not great, but like not awful. I feel pretty sickly, honestly, so I'm gonna go home. Okay, so it is the next day. I'm feeling a little better, if you might be able to tell. This morning was a little rough. I had to get up really early to proctor the final for the class that I TA for, and that was not fun, especially after I sat there for 5 hours. But I came home, I took a juicy 3-hour nap. I popped some ibuprofen, I took some Theraflu, and now we're feeling okay. The reason I'm filming this now is because the professor emailed us that he has graded all the tests. I have it like pulled up in front of me. While I was in the test, I did this breakdown. So basically there are 6 questions. The best 5 questions will count, and then each question is worth 20 points. So it's out of 100 points, right? 2 of the questions I'm like confident that I did very well in, probably got full points. 2 of the questions I am confident that I got 75% of the questions correctly. So I would have had a 15 out of 20 for those 2 questions. 1 question I totally did not know how to do, so I left it completely blank. So that's the question that's not gonna get graded. The last remaining question, I only knew how to do the first 2 parts. If you do the math, 20 plus 20 plus 15 plus 15 plus 6, 76. So a 76 out of 100, which is not like that bad. Let's check the grade. Oh my god, I got a 79. I think I'm gonna go sleep some more. So my final grade came in. I've been waiting for this one. 2 classes this semester, Energy, Economics, and Policy, and then the one I had the final for. Check the grades. Check the grades. And EDC did nothing to stand in the way. I'm honestly shocked. I thought I would get a B, and I was willing to accept that. So moral of the story is, I'm an academic weapon. Like, it's just in my blood. But also, I worked really hard. I kind of did have to push myself to be able to get there. So, you know what? Good job to me too.